Definitions of food desert tend to vary depending on current research, but a food desert is essentially an area in which residents lack access to affordable and healthy food options, including fruits, vegetables, whole grains, low-fat milk, and other foods that make up the full range of a healthy diet. According to a 2009 USDA report to Congress, 2.3 million people in the United States live more than 1 mile away from a grocery store and do not have access to a vehicle. As seen in the graph, the area considered a food desert, such as East and South Knoxville, including the University of Tennessee campus, prices of food in these areas are significantly higher than in wealthier parts of Knox County.
We were interested in learning more about food access and food policy in Knoxville, so we contacted Steve Seifried of the Knox County Food Policy Council. He agreed to meet with us and ended up giving us almost an hour of his time after his normal business hours. Steve is the Knox County Health Department Interim Food Policy Coordinator, and he was able to shed light on the issue of food access in Knoxville.
That's local. Okay, right now we know we can get food for less. If we go to Walmart, if we go to Kroger, if we go to larger sources. So we know prices for industrial food, and that's probably not the best way to put it, but it's corporate, okay? And don't call me a communist, I'm a capitalist like anybody else, but we just know that food prices are going up. Why is that? So gas prices are part of it. Demand is part of it. Okay. Gas prices or fuel or energy. Okay. All those are going up at a very. One other thing that's really impacting food prices is drought. Not just in the Midwest, but in other countries. All of these things are making it much more expensive for business to bring food to our table. But there's going to be a point, likely, where the trend in local food, we know it's at this stage. We know that this is at this. At this point, what does that mean?
Basically, Steve is saying that convenience stores can almost always charge what they want because no one buys locally and options are always limited. Let's take a look at how some of the people on campus feel about this issue.
Walgreens is like, first of all, they have no groceries. And second of all, the little groceries they do have are like $1,000. You know what I'm saying? Walgreens is just high because they know they're on campus.
Another issue of food deserts is that while most of these areas lack a supermarket, they are heavy on local convenience stores and fast food options. This has been a growing issue on the UT campus and surrounding areas.
Many people don't have a car. I mean, most of us do in our circles. You know, we're educated and we have some family resources, let's say. So we have access to cars and the like. But a lot of people who live in food deserts do not. So they're either walking or they're taking public transportation of some kind, or they're hiring a taxi, or they're carpooling. And those factors are not considered in the actual food desert.
Oh, they're not?
They're not.
Oh, okay.
But are they impactful?
No.
Yes, they are.
It's hard to go to the grocery store just because the ones on the places you get food on campus are so expensive. And the ones are so far away you can't walk there.
It's not sufficient. It's not sustainable food. I mean, it's absolutely just ridiculous. It's not enough choices. We're paying too much money, you know what I'm saying, to not get adequate meat.
Have like some options to eat besides the pod because it's ridiculous to go in there and get anything. They charge you like $5 for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I think that the bus system that runs through here around campus should also make maybe like a trip on the weekend or however many trips that there need to be to get the students to actually go to like Food City or Walmart, wherever they need to go. Because we have to pay the bus fee, so why can't we use the bus for what we need it?
It definitely contributes to obesity. Okay, students are like having a harder time losing weight because there's no like healthy meal choices. We literally only have a salad bar. You know what I'm saying? It's like the only healthy meal that they put out.
In the poor neighborhoods, there's less income to buy organics and other high-end kind of specialty foods. Well, that's where the grocery stores make most of their money. You know, the margin, okay, on grocery stores, if you look at all their products, they're making about a 1% profit margin on everything, 1 to 2%. Okay, so when they make it, they got to make it. And if they're not making it on organics and high-end food, well, that also hurts. And you have more turnover in those stores.
Since it is already difficult for local stores to compete with big-name grocery stores such as Walmart and Target, it is important that we support these local establishments. In the long run, poorer areas will benefit financially and health-wise because the mega stores' prices will continue to rise and food produced on smaller scales is healthier for all of us.
When this happens, that means the local economy needs to be ready. Local food becomes cheap. Grow your own, eat your own, cook your own, can your own. And I think all of us, frankly, all of us would benefit mightily from that. Not just those, those of us who are struggling. It's everybody, all of us. We all get our groceries at Walmart. We're just slitting our own throat. If I were to identify a couple things that would make a big difference for us as citizens, it would be to support local businesses.
In order to make a difference, we need to follow 3 basic steps. First, we need to educate fellow citizens in poorer neighborhoods to adapt to better eating habits. Secondly, we must support local farmers and stores in order to grow the local food economy. And last, but certainly not least, we must voice our concerns to local and state legislators. Change won't be quick and easy, but with the help of every citizen, change can happen.